Hi, I'm Tia. I'm from the Annapolis Valley originally, and I'm currently living in Halifax. I'm on vacation, and I was looking through YouTube and noticed this regional accent meme, which I'm having a little bit of fun with. I love accents. I have a bit of a musical ear, so unfortunately, I tend to pick accents up when I'm talking to people, and it kind of gets me in trouble sometimes. Anyway, um, I thought I'd have a little bit of fun by adding a few things to the list. And I'm hoping that people will, you know, follow suit. Anyway, so there's a list of words and a list of questions, and the way that I am going to be doing this is I'm going to be recording my answers and my words, and then in the comment section down below, I'm actually going to list what those words are, so you don't have to try and remember them at the end. Anyway, without much further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first word was aunt. Now, I'm going to mention we don't usually say aunt in my family. As a matter of fact, usually it's auntie. And it doesn't always mean sister of a parent. It can also mean their best friend. So, for example, my best friend, Shara, is my daughter's auntie Shara. Uh, root, wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, sure, data, ruin, crayon, toilet, New Orleans, or when I'm tired, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably. Um, the word is actually probably, and depending on who I'm talking to, I'll either say probably for more formal situations or probably. If I'm with my buds, it's usually probably. Spitting image, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise. We usually say mayo. Syrup, pajamas, and again, that's usually PJs. Caught, and a couple that I'd like to add. About, library, um, roof, and chimney. Okay, so the questions. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? Well, usually I call that vandalism. But quite often it's called TPing. What is a bug that when you touch it curls into a ball? I think they're talking about a night crawler. Uh, what is a bubbly carbonated drink called? Well, most people in Nova Scotia will call that pop. I call it soda. That's another case where somebody else's language is kind of dropped into my own. What are gym shoes? I've heard them called several things. I call them runners or sneakers. I've also heard them called cross trainers, and I've also heard them called tennies, although not as common. Um, what do you say to address a group of people? Really, that's going to depend on if they're a group of your friends or if it's a more formal group. If it's a group of my buds, it's going to be hey, it's going to be sup, it's going to be oi, it's going to be hela, it's going to be what you up to, things like that. Um, what do you call the kind of spider that has an oval body and extremely long legs? I call that a daddy long legs. What do you call your grandparents? This is another one of those complicated story questions because I'm adopted, so I have several sets of grandparents. There's Nanny and Grampy, there's Grammy and Grampy, there's Nona, there's Nan and Papa, and there's also Grandpa Clarence and Nanny. There is, in the Danish family, there is Mother's mother, which is Mormor, Mother's father, which is Morfa. If it was my father, it would be Famor and Fafa. Um, so, yeah, that's all the grandparents. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? I call that a grocery cart or a shopping cart. What do you call it when the rain falls while the sun is shining? Well, I was brought up calling that a sundog. Now, I found out recently that is not what that is called. That is called a sun shower, apparently. Um, and what is the thing you change the TV channel with? Well, it's usually called a remote control. However, I have no memory, so I call it a clicker. Um, Other thing that I wanted to add here is a couple of regional sayings. In Nova Scotia, especially in the Southern Shore, there is a saying um, that goes fair to middlin'. Now, what that means is, I'm not so bad, because it's usually asked, how are you today? How you doing? Oh, I'm fair to middlin'. Um, if you were to write it out, it would be fair to middling. Fair to middlin'. Part of the reason why I wanted to add this is because I have a bunch of friends that are from Newfoundland, and some of their phrases have kind of snuck into my language as well. So I tend to hear myself saying things like Lord Lavadak, which is an expression of, actually more to the point is, oh, wow. And then there's also bald-headed lightning, which was my grandfather's. And usually that one is said again as an exclamation of, oh, shoot. And another one that I learned when my fiance and I actually got together was Sweet Mary Mother of Pearl. So have fun, and I hope you are encouraged to add in your local statements and exclamations and things like that as well. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.